Okay, cool. So, Nigel, this question is for you. There seems to be a sort of resurgence of VoIP in the industry, and now that WhatsApp has jumped onto it. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, if you look at VoIP, VoIP's been around for over a decade. In fact, some of the first VoIP in the world was launched in 2006. Just not a new phenomenon. Actually, in the West, VoIP has been utilised quite a lot actually for business over the last 3 to 5 years. Now, suddenly, these big tech giants think they've found the new good thing, and it's VoIP. Well, it's been around for ages, but particularly when you look at emerging markets, the focus with some of these big Goliaths now is retention of consumers and subscribers that they've paid hundreds of millions of dollars to acquire over the years. So VoIP now allows these big players to entangle the customers more. So giving them feature-rich offerings around voice, actually to keep them on the platform. If you actually review the way that people communicate, Facebook, then WhatsApp, and other messaging platforms, it's all been about replacing SMS over the last 3 to 5 years. But certainly now, the voice isn't going away. When people start now to look at emerging markets, they sort of realise that people still want to talk. If you look at the average small business operator, voice is the way that they do business and will do for many, many years to come. If you look at the average SMB here in India, there's 48 million, maybe 50 million small to medium-sized businesses in India today. When you look at their retail outfits, there's a mobile phone number there. There's no hashtag or mention on Twitter or Facebook. It's all about voice.
Businesses, it's still very old school that way. It's small businesses, yeah.
And here in India, in Africa, and generally across emerging markets in Asia, that trend is not going away. And it just so happens that some of the big Goliaths have put, a new spin on VoIP, a new spin on voice, when it's been around for many, many years. New Call, through Vikas's business, their VoIP platform has been around how many years, Vikas?
From day one. Actually, we started as a VoIP company before we ended chatting.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I used to use Nimbuzz back in the Symbian days.
Yes.
So
if you remember
the
first
nostalgia associated with Nimbuzz.
Yes. If you look at the very first release, if you have been following us since then, the very first release was actually VoIP release.
Okay. On the Android?
No, Symbian.
Symbian itself. Oh,
Symbian was the first release for the company.
Oh.
So it's of no surprise to New Call that these players now are very, very interested in VoIP. We've got one of the strongest VoIP corridor players, VoIP players in the corridor between India and the GCC region. That's Nimbuzz, and as Vikas has just pointed out, that's been around for years.
What about the trend that I read some reports that say that voice calling is not so popular with the young people. They are into more texting. Like I think some South Korea or something used to do some 1,000 texts a day or something like that. Teenagers in Korea.
Yeah, absolutely. But what you've got to realise now is the early adopters of social messaging were the young, aspirational, maybe 14 to 25-year-olds. And what's happened over time is that cohort of subscribers have then influenced a whole new age group, that sort of 25 maybe to 55 bracket, coming into social media for a long time. Those are the people that understand voice and want to communicate via voice. WhatsApp, for instance, have introduced their VoIP feature. Google have come up with Project Fi.
Yeah.
That, in my opinion, is to entangle that customer base that's a little bit older, more used to VoIP, and actually looking at the global trends in international VoIP calling, that's going to grow to 1.8 trillion minutes a year in the next 3 to 5 years. So there is no surprises to see this strategy coming out from these players.
Okay.
I'll add a little bit to it when you say like younger people are texting more versus calling. So the comparison is not between texting or calling. You are right. Texting is a more asynchronous activity, so it's done more. It's about voice getting away from GSM to voice over IP. So that's the bigger thing.
Okay. Interesting. So this question is for all three of you. What will be the top trends in telecom that will affect consumers in the near future, and either positively or negatively?
I think, probably great for Bobby to talk about Wi-Fi, and that's a complete disruptor in the market. That really will allow the masses to be connected for the very first time in emerging markets, particularly here in India, to the internet. And Bobby, maybe you can share a few
So,
notes.
just to also add on to what your previous question, one of the other drivers for VoIP is because the networks are moving to data networks. So, and there's an association of free with VoIP, with Viber, Tango, FaceTime. So that a lot of the drivers are also for people commercially. But the big addition, like coming down to your next question around the 10 big drivers, video is going to be a massive driver now going forward. And that's where the data networks, and especially Wi-Fi, is going to be a big driver, not just in the West, but in the emerging markets in a very big way. Because the cost of operating a Wi-Fi network is substantially less than operating any of the cellular networks today, be it 3G or 4G. So, our big drive with Ozone is we want to go after the 700 to 900 million people that don't have access to the internet today because they can't afford $12 to $15 a month. So how do you get these guys onto the internet to access entertainment, movies, music, etc.? And that is by, disruptive plays like Wi-Fi, which sits in an unlicensed band. So we don't pay for spectrum, but we can deliver a service quality which is probably equal or better than the cellular networks today. Because everybody uses Wi-Fi at home.
Absolutely.
Everybody uses Wi-Fi in offices. And the big driver, if you go back to when Steve Jobs launched the iPhone, and he launched FaceTime,
Right.
his big spiral platform to launch it was Wi-Fi. And he publicly said it. He said, without Wi-Fi, his iPhone would not be successful. So data networks are moving, like Vikas said, from your traditional setup to now data networks. A lot more can be done on data networks, be it video. Advertising is going to be another big driver. A lot of the advertisers can get to publishers a lot easier now and do a lot of geocentric advertising, because if you look at a network like ours, we know exactly where Nigel is. He's gone to Costa Coffee. He buys a cafe latte. He buys a tomato mozzarella sandwich. Sorry, you may not do, but we know exactly what he's downloading horror movies. So the whole angle of following consumers around, knowing their behaviors, and then leading on to, I'm on to 4, and then I'll pass it on to these guys, going on to building a big data analytics engine is going to be the big driver now. Yeah, and really, setting up a platform that is very interesting for advertisers, a platform that is actually very useful for consumers. Because if I'm walking past a store, say at a Boss or whatever, where I'm really interested in buying goods, and they push me ads consistently, I'm interested in that. I'm a big golfer, so if I get promotions for golfing, I want that type of stuff. I don't want everything. So
I'm all for machine-ready wheels as well.
there you go. So I think, on the 4th, I think the big thing for us is, and one thing we have as a group with New Call, is to build one of the most sophisticated data analytics platform that this country has seen. With the combination of Nimbuzz, Ozone, and some of the other acquisitions we're looking at, I think we will be far ahead of anybody else. I'll pass. I've done 4, so you guys take over the rest.
Well, I sort of, while you've been talking, just jotted down a few sort of my top, I think it's gone more than 10 actually, top 10 things that I think, are really disrupting the whole ecosystem right now, particularly in emerging markets. As we've seen in India, e-commerce, I call it the Flipkartisation of India, almost over the last 2 years. People for the very first time have awakened to acquiring and buying goods over the internet, and that's sort of spawned a plethora of very similar business models, from furniture to lingerie to clothing, fashion wear.
But quickly, what are your thoughts on Myntra going only app?
It's the way forward. Google changing their algorithms very recently were putting a big message out to the world that mobile is first, and it's a shrewd move. It's a little bit ahead of the pace of the wicket, but it will come. And generally, new businesses now primarily focus on mobile first and web later. So it's a shrewd move. Maybe 6-12 months early, but it created some noise. So the e-commerce really has been one of the big drivers for pushing the digitalisation of emerging markets much more quickly. Areas that I see also coming into disrupt are the traditional business models of banking, fintech now, with the emergence of things around peer-to-peer lending, mobile wallet technologies. So, fintech is a large area that is just really now starting to take a good foothold right across the world, really. So that's one to watch. Content in all its forms now is being driven more and more online. Certainly in the West, we see lots of platforms really starting to challenge the big Goliaths, the cable operators. The Netflix model, the video on demand model, is certainly the new trend moving forward. The millennium generation now are not at all interested in having a set-top box. Traditionally, that's what would happen in the UK, to view content via satellite or cable.
In fact, there are currently 2 very new operators in India. They just launched their betas. There's one called Hook and there's one called Ozone.
Yeah, absolutely. And these models will proliferate again. These types of video on demand, they actually call the process of consuming data now, or video data, as snacking. So you take a little bit of data at home, you jump on the tube or the metro, you view your best soap opera for 15 minutes while you're on the train. You get to the office at your lunch break, you review it on your phone.
It's all synced, so
and it's all synced. And generally, the viewing media has gone from, let's say in the UK, a 32-inch, 42-inch screen down to less than 10 inches. And that will proliferate. I use that word too many times. You'll have to cut that out, but that will help. Or that model will be very dominant moving forwards. We've talked about VoIP obviously being up there. Wi-Fi through Ozone is a firm move in all markets, really, in particular India. Out of all of what's happening in the digital world is our digital thumbprint. So things around big data, data security, national identification, all of those e-government initiatives will clearly start to create more jobs, more opportunities as we move forwards. Collaboration. I've got quite a few if you want me to go through them.
Please.
Collaboration, the Dropbox type interface is becoming more and more apparent as businesses seem to want to drive to more virtual operations. So they'll have virtual teams working in collaboration, maybe right across India, pan-India, without having the cumbersome overheads of occupancy in various different offices. The home working phenomenon is certainly there, and the types of collaborative software that are coming out really help and support that. We've seen big valuations over the last few months. One box, I don't know if you've seen that over in the States, getting significant valuations, very much on those lines. And I guess some more generic ones for me finally would be if we look at India, and certainly the Modi government now focusing on areas that will really improve the lives of the 800 million should I say, less well off, and that's things around e-healthcare and e-education, two big mighty subjects that lots of entrepreneurs here in India are innovating around, and certainly there are several billion-dollar businesses I'm very sure to be created in those two spaces in the next few years. And I guess finally, and particularly important for India, is utility management and machine-to-machine communication. Demand-side energy management is particularly important for markets that find it very difficult to produce their own energy and have infrastructure problems to deliver energy. So machine-to-machine communications for things like smart metering, for instance, will help that whole industry tremendously. One key area of great focus is electricity abstraction in India. Smart metering sort of takes care of that. Those are some of the general trends that I see.
There's already a company called Gram Power operating in Rajasthan.
Yeah.
So they've gotten several the villages off the grid, then they've installed smart meters and you pay by the rupee and prepaid electricity kind of situation.
Yeah. There's one negative thing that sort of quite troubles me, and that's around net neutrality. And this whole issue has come to the forefront in the last month, 6 weeks here in India. And I've been very vocal about this from Nucall's perspective around how we view that in the global context. And certainly, when I look at the traditional telco model, it's got to change. One cannot. Let's use the experience that happened in the early 1800s in the UK, where people were moving from transportation traditionally in the UK, which was canal barges, to move coal around the country to trains. Can you stop progress? No. Was there an uproar? No. People embraced change. And just like that, and that's an unusual analogy, but just like that, telecoms companies here in India and across the world have got to embrace change. They've got to embrace over-the-top services. They either have to acquire over-the-top services to complement their future roadmap, develop their own over-the-top services, or partner with over-the-top service providers, rather than trying to tinker around with a fundamental norm in the global marketplace of net neutrality. So, I think that is one negative side effect of the emergence of the app era and digitalization of the world.
I'm not sure I understand your analogy, because what you spoke of was like an entire paradigm shift in a technology, right?
Yeah.
There was no way but to migrate to that other form. Here we're talking about telcos giving preferential treatment to some people, or some application, so creating pathways that are better for certain kind of people.
Yeah.
That is something that.
Well, we've got 50 million small to medium-sized businesses here in India. If we tinker around with net neutrality, when will they ever get online? When will they ever have a voice? No. The government need to look at that. That segment of entrepreneur in India contribute over 50% of GDP today in India. We've got to look after them. Net neutrality and tinkering around with net neutrality will be fatal for that segment that really underpins And that's 50 million traditional SMBs. There's hundreds of millions of entrepreneurs here in India, you know, that will want to come online at some point or other. It's got to be fair and equitable to all. We can't give preference to others that can afford to pay
Absolutely.
over others,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Anyway, okay. Sorry, I went on a bit there.
No, so you asked for like 10.
I asked for as many top trends. I said top trends.
Oh, I thought I said
What
top
if I have
10.
only one to say?
That's what I thought.
That's okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Only one.
Only one.
Okay, so if you look at Nimbuzz, when we started Nimbuzz, our thought process early on was people will use apps, and we are app people, right? So people will use apps for two reasons, by and large. Either that app saves them time, hassle or something, or it saves money, right? So VoIP saved a lot of money in international calling in early days, now even local calling. Then came chatting, which morphed into messaging, which saved again money to be very honest to begin with. I think the apps which would start saving you money or give you better data speeds would be something that might come up over a period of time. And right now, there would be businesses which would tinker with the overall data business that is going on in this country or anywhere in the world.
But in what way? Compression? Or
Compression, sure, compression is one of the things, but the whole model of how data is sold.
Okay.
So, right now it might look a bit nebulous to you, but over a period of time, in the next 6 to 10 months, you'll start seeing those kind of applications or businesses.
Yeah, Freedom Pop.
Freedom Pop in US is a good example, and particularly in India's case, you would see that starting from an app, right? That, for example, Ozone Wi-Fi right now is one of the best, fastest, probably the cheapest data source available in the country. Now, you as an end user, you have been given a 3G data pack which does not feel like 3G, right? And at a certain rate which doesn't seem like cheap. And you have an alternative platform which is very high speed, significant degree cheaper. These two cannot coexist. So a disruption would come in. Either the disruption comes directly from the industry or apps would start forcing it, just like how it's happening on voice over IP. So this, for me, is one of the big ideas for next few years.
Just to add to what Vikas has said, if you look at all the apps that have been successful over the last few years, it's all where to the consumer is coming free or cheaper. Yeah, and that's why people are updating. Whether it's all the way back to the days of Skype, to the days of things like ordering a cab over Ola or anything like that, Viber, etc. There's also a new solution which we're launching in India with a partner company of ours, and Nigel touched upon it, about entertainment. And I think you touched on one of the companies is doing something similar. It's about micro-caching content at locations. So where you can go into a location like a McDonald's, download a 2.5-hour movie,
Tank up and leave.
yeah, which will take you 60 to 90 minutes at home. Then you still have to pay for your broadband costs. You will do that over all of Ozone's hotspots with no broadband cost. And where it takes you 60 to 90 minutes at home, it will take you 5 minutes in McDonald's to do. So these disruptive, type of solutions coming out to market are going to be very, very key of changing the trends. And one of the big ones, if you look at all of these things, Nigel touched upon it, about e-health, everything else like that, what is that all doing? Even if you take it even to the extent of a fisherman, provide a fisherman, it's all about knocking out the middleman. Flipkart's the same thing, a lot of the travel solutions are all the same thing. It's all about getting the seller closer to the buyer without all these middlemen. And that's what all these technology advances are actually doing. Especially in India, it's so important that the fisherman actually gets more of the pie than he's getting today. Yeah? And, the person, say, in a remote village suffering from cancer, has access to a top doctor in AIMS through some type of technology medium or for second opinion. Yeah, because I got personal examples where, somebody in the family having, been diagnosed in India with, at a high level, M8 in terms of, blood cancer, then going over to Anderson's in the US and being at a rate of M2. So just imagine if treatment started at M8, the guy would be dead today. So these type of technology advancements for India have to come in to save lives, to improve lives, to enhance lives of the poorer population, so they make more money. And I think that's where the power of Wi-Fi, a lot of the stuff Nimbuzz is doing, etc. The combination of that is actually building solutions for the mass public, which is very, very important for us.
So what are your thoughts on regulated markets like India and TRAI? Is dealing with them, a pain, or is the framework supportive to new initiatives?
No, I'll give you my 2 cents by dealing with them for the last 6-7 years. I think they're also learning along the way. There's more challenges in India than in other markets in terms of protecting the consumer, protecting connections, knowing what the consumer's doing. A simple example, in the US, McDonald's can provide their own Wi-Fi without any validation checks. Starbucks does the same. You go into a Starbucks in the US, you just accept terms and conditions and you're on. And it's a Starbucks Wi-Fi. In India, if you want to provide public Wi-Fi, you need an ISP license. You need to register the mobile number of the consumer. And you also need to monitor what the user does and keep logs for 5 years. So the security measures in India are a lot more stringent than they are in the West. Are the regulator doing what they should be doing? I think they are. I think they obviously make life complex for people like us, but I think the market is, after things like the terrorism that happened in Mumbai, one of the terrorists sent an email from an open public network. And I know it. For 2 years after that, I had to fight the arguments in the market that Wi-Fi is not associated with terrorism. It's very totally detached. And that's when a lot of the stringent laws kicked in. And I think the regulator's learning fast. They are putting more checkpoints in place, but I think it's healthy for the market.
Well, I've got a few comments around regulation. And one of the key reasons that Call is here in India is because this is a regulated market. What we see in the UK over the years is that Ofcom, the regulator in the UK, have created a very fair and competitive landscape in which businesses can, even smaller businesses, can create interesting and profitable business models. And certainly I was very encouraged to see very recently the new virtual network operator license being talked about openly and hopefully being ratified very, very soon. So that whole framework of regulation, although burdensome, there's still a lot of red tape and bureaucracy that needs to be streamlined, absolutely. Although burdensome, is very, very necessary because it gives that, that playing field that smaller businesses need, and the whole market actually needs, to create something that, at the end of the day, is beneficial for the end consumer. So I'm very supportive of regulation.
This question is for Vikas. Can you tell us a bit about Ola? And is it a Truecaller clone, or?
I can tell you a lot more about it.
Yeah, sure.
So look, I'll repeat the sentence that I in the first question of yours. When we look at a certain category, particularly from the smartphone perspective, it's all about ease that you can give to the user or money saved, right? So around last year, around August timeframe, before Call acquired Nimbuzz, we were were looking at various apps which are like bubbling up the app store. So there was definitely Truecaller in the call management space, but there were like a few others as well. And if you look at like top 100 apps in the communications category, you would find as many messaging apps like Nimbuzz as you would find call management apps. And many of them were like amateur attempts, but even those attempts were able to break into like high category, overpowering many other big brands that you would find. So we thought, okay, this is something which consumers are accepting, and it was quite a no-brainer why they're accepting, because of the market conditions, prepaid SIM cards, people changing their numbers, do not call registry being lax, and so on. We said, okay, we can give a better perspective to this market than many of these existing apps are. So take example of Truecaller. Your very direct question, is it a copy of Truecaller or not, right? What I would say is Truecaller has been sitting on this opportunity for 6 years, not innovating. Just like limited set of functionality, and there was never a true competitor which is better alternative for the consumer. And I think with Ola we tried to give that. So on Ola you would find, of course, spam blocking, caller identification, but we are now definitely localizing this service. I'll give you a very good example of how localization works. So Truecaller has been around 6 years, right? And what they say is that the biggest market is India. In fact, their only market is India in terms of active users. When we talk about caller ID and call block, it's about protecting the end user, right? 50% of end users are female, right? And one of the biggest concerns in India market actually is that, when you say we are protecting the people also means protecting against like a lot of things that goes around it. In many of the cities, police have launched a safety app for females. Do you even remember the name? Probably not. Nobody downloads them. I mean, they fizzle out over a period of time. So, through Nimbuzz, we've been working with law enforcement quite a lot. So, they came back to us and said, why don't you launch a feature in your app which will trigger an alert when, if you're a female, it will trigger an alert when somebody is like stalking, or somebody's in danger. Now, you would ask why would this work on this one versus it has not worked on others? Simply because the growth that Ola is seeing. We launched this application, I said, we started doing this in August, we launched this in December, first to second weeks. We have not even crossed June right now. Half a year it's crossing 1 million downloads. We are getting 10,000 daily installs now, and getting close to 1.5 million daily sessions on the app. It's a fast growing app because it not only gives you functionality which was available, but localizes it, and download it and you would see. Another angle.
I'm a little against these apps because of the privacy concerns.
Right.
So do you guys also follow the same model where your phone book is uploaded?
Yeah. So look, for any kind of identification scheme where there is not a standard database given by a government or those kind of, people need to help.
Yeah, but most people don't know they're doing that inadvertently when they are installing these apps.
Right. See, the only thing that a call management app does is, it will tell your number to, if somebody is trying to call you, it will give you a number. So there's one feature on Truecaller which we have not actually given on Ola, primarily because of this. You cannot put a number and search, cannot put a name and search for a number. Now that's a gross breach of privacy. When I want to get your number without you being any party in the communication, now that's gross breach. I understand that.
Is delisting available with?
Delisting, sure, day one. Day one. You can delist your number, and we will not allow your identity that way. But yeah, if you are calling me, I have full right to know who is calling me. Either the government should provide a database like that. If there's nothing like that, then I need to know, right? That's not a breach of your privacy. That's like my protection, right? So that way.
It's taken a neck conundrum.
It really is. It really is.
So see, the growth that you are seeing on Ola is so fast. It's now I think top 30 apps in the App Store. We haven't even advertised like one bit. We have like few media stories. We are kind of working under the water right now to kind of make it more and more potent. It's already top 30 apps in the communications category, which is the most sought after category on Play Store, right? I'm very sure to reach top 10 by the end of this year and start kind of beating the incumbent by the coming year.
One last question, I suppose, is what kind of acquisitions have you planned here, and
We've formed what I call My Digital Life platform, which is a hybrid of social messaging, call management, VoIP, clearly Wi-Fi underpinning all of that, and big data. So we've got the core platform now built. It's all about augmenting the platform with complementary acquisitions. So things around content, as Bobby's pointed out quite rightly, are very interesting to us. Opportunities that support the Nimbuzz offering around financial technology are of great interest to us. And after all, everything that's going through the platform creates some form of data footprint. So big data and data analytics is quite interesting to us as well. So no doubt you'll see over the next months, years, us acquiring more assets that complement those areas of business.
So, anything else you'd like to tell our readers?
No, I think if there's any readers out there that are investors, maybe I don't know what your readership is out of India, but not only have we been able to attract and acquire some fantastic businesses here in India, but we're attracting and hiring some superb talent. We're getting lots of engineers now coming back out of Silicon Valley who've seen the light, and when they're looking for innovation and the next great thing, they're not looking west, they're looking east. And they look east and they see the opportunities in emerging markets. Investors now need to start looking east rather than looking around under every pebble in Silicon Valley. There's rich opportunity here in India. And that's one key message that I try and present when I'm talking to financial audiences in Europe.
And I'll add to one question that you didn't ask. When will you see like very, very large companies coming out of India? There was a question in your
There was, but as you were running out of time.
That's okay. No, I want to kind of add on to that.
Yeah.
You are seeing now the early days. So your question probably was, when will you see Facebook out of India? So maybe not on that narrow thing of social network, of course, and that's already done. But taking from what Nigel is saying, engineering and product mindset in this country was lacking for a long, long period of time, right? And we were largely more services-oriented country where we do work for clients, and this mindset is now rapidly getting developed, both because of the successes that you see here, because success spawns successes, and then a lot of people who lived in Silicon Valley primarily are coming back to India, and they are bringing the skill set and so on. So 2 or 3 big trends are coming together. First, venture capital is available. Some people say it's a bubble or whatever, but it's available. Earlier it was not. Second, number of users who will take up your service very fast has gone up. I did a company before Nimbuzz also, right? And one of the big constraints that you had in internet in 2006 was when you launch a service, it takes a lot of time to scale, right? And by the time employees lose interest, investors lose interest, and so on. The thing has completely changed now. I told you examples of Ola, right? 10,000 downloads a day. We used to not get 10,000 downloads in 6 months earlier, right? So this is second. User base is coming. And third, as I said, product and engineering mindset is coming. This is the primordial soup. Market, capital, talent. Everything is there.
Thanks for.
I was going to suggest that one last point from me is, one thing the world always forgets is how do you get to the mass volumes of people in emerging markets? And one of the key things I can, confidently say is the discussions we have as a management team is how do we address them with enhanced solutions than they're getting today. So when I sort of redefine our Ozone as a company, I sort of say we're the entertainment broadband for the mass population in India. Rather than just focusing on people like you and me, the people who can really afford it. And one of the big things is, that's going to move because of, going back to one of the questions you asked, some of the acquisitions we're looking at is incentivized advertising companies that incentivizes you to come to our platform to download an app because you're going to get some top up on the back of it. You know, so they're the type of companies we're looking at to drive consumers to your platform because you get a lot more for it. Yeah. So that's one of the things we're sort of redefining. And I know it's a bit, Nigel probably won't agree, but one of the things we're trying to do is build a disruptive geo in India for the population.
Yeah, that 500 million is the
absolutely
chunk we want to reach.
You know, we're working in an unlicensed band. You know, we don't pay for a large spectrum fee, but we can deliver a service greater or better than any of the 3G technologies or the 4G technologies at a cost level that they cannot match. So if you look at that underlying foundation, we can provide a lot more to the end consumer than they're getting today.
Good stuff.
Great. Thanks
There you
for taking the time to speak.
No worries. Hopefully that was useful for you.